Good morning, viewers. You're now watching Hornbill TV. On Marathi being made compulsory for rickshaw and taxi drivers, leader Sandeep Deshpande said that people living or doing business in a state must respect and learn the local language. He said that those working in Maharashtra are expected to learn Marathi. Deshpande further warned that anyone refusing to do so or showing an attitude would be taught a lesson.
Right now, for the Marathi language, right now the way the Pratap Sanaik decided to implement the Marathi language, but after that, Sanjay Nirupam, the Shivsena former MP, he's against. He's saying the Sarkar should be think before implement this.
Which Sanjay Nirupam?
Sanjay Nirupam, Shivsena.
Who is he? I think the people like Sanjay Nirupam, the time has come to teach them a lesson. They cannot hold Mumbai at ransom by making some strikes that if we don't drive the rickshaws, all Mumbai will come to halt. We'll teach them a lesson in coming days and they will see it.
What type of lesson? So can you explain in the Manchester?
Lesson will be in Marathi.
Okay.
And he will understand it.
Do you think the way the protest is going on regarding the Hindi and Marathi, it's a correct thing because we are
See, you are staying in Maharashtra, you are staying in if you are staying in Karnataka, if you are staying in Tamil Nadu, if you are staying in Gujarat, you have to respect the local language. And it is expected that when you are doing a business in these states, you are expected to learn that local language. And if you are showing an attitude, saying that we will not learn your language, do whatever you want, then we will teach them a lesson which they will understand, and the lesson will be in Marathi.
What will the Manse stand? What will the Manse
I told you my stand.
in upcoming day, because right now the meeting is going on from the Maharashtra Sarkar and the union between.
No union can take Mumbai at ransom, saying that we will not speak Marathi. Then they will have to go to their own native places and do their business there. You cannot hold us at ransom.
So any implement?
See, basically what I feel, all the states, especially from South India, whether it is Maharashtra, whether it is Karnataka, whether it is Tamil Nadu, whether it is Kerala, whether it is Telangana, whether it is Andhra Pradesh, they should come together to fight the imposition of Hindi, and the people who are coming from North India and trying to dominate us, we will have to teach them a lesson by uniting ourselves.
Sir, last question. Do you think the Maharashtra government should rethink before implementing this language?
No, I don't think so, because that is a no question of rethink of implementation. That is the rule and law of the land, and everyone has to obey law of the land.
But you mean saying 50 lakh rickshaw driver?
No, that's a false data.
Okay.
Shashank Rao is manipulating the data.
They said they will protest from the 4th of May.
So, let's see. Now it's my challenge to them. Let's see whether you can stop or halt Mumbai or you cannot. Let's have a, one-to-one on road. We will also see how they can stop Mumbai or how they can halt Mumbai.
Tejasvi Yadav says Bihar has been 5 governments in 5 years, smoking the lack of stability. He taunts Samrat Chaudhary as a selected chief minister and says his rise would benefit RJD.
सरकार को विकास कार्य के लिए स्टेबिलिटी चाहिए होती है, लेकिन ये अजूबा स्टेट है बिहार कि जहां 5 साल में ये 5वीं सरकार गठन हुई है। कहीं भी देश में आपने देखा होगा कि 5 साल में 5 सरकार, इसमें भी महोदय बिहार सरकार को और खास तौर पे एनडीए को जो 21 साल से राज करने के बाद भी ये नौबत आ पड़ी कि 5 साल में 5 सरकार बनानी पड़ रही है महोदय। ये आश्चर्य की बात है महोदय कि भाई आखिर ऐसी नौबत बार बार क्यों आ पाती है। और हम तो भाई सम्राट चौधरी जी को दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहेंगे कि भाई इलेक्टेड सीएम को जो है सिलेक्टेड सीएम ने अपने संकल्प जो लिया था, आपने अपना संकल्प जो है पूरा किया। और हम लोगों को तो खुशी की बात है कि भाई ये तो लालू जी के पाठशाला के हैं, इस मुख्यमंत्री बने, तो इससे अच्छी बात हम लोगों के लिए क्या हो सकती है। तो महोदय, इलेक्टेड सीएम को सिलेक्टेड सीएम ने हटाया। अब महोदय, चाहे भले ही पगड़ी पहले उतार लिए हो, मुंडन करा लिए हो, अलग बात हो, लेकिन हम तो भाई सम्राट चौधरी जी को कहेंगे कि भाई जो आपने जो पगड़ी जो उतार के कहीं भी रखी है, उस पगड़ी को संभाल करके रखिएगा, वो संभाल के रखिएगा। देखिए विजय सिन्हा जी का उस पर नजर है, एकदम संभाल के रखिए।
Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami backed a women's reservation bill, saying women would respond to those who obstructed it. He also criticized Rahul Gandhi over his reaction to the bill's failure. Singh made that remarks during addressing the Mahila Jan Akrosh program at the parade ground.
आज हम सब देश की नारी शक्ति के अधिकारों को कुचलने वाली उन महिला विरोधी ताकतों के खिलाफ अपना आक्रोश प्रकट करने के लिए यहाँ पर एकत्र हुए हैं, जिन्होंने नारी शक्ति बंधन जैसे अधिनियम को बाधित करने का दुस्साहस किया है। अभी माननीय सांसद टेरी बता रही थी कि किस प्रकार से वो तैयार होकर संसद के अंदर पूरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए पूरी तरह से इस बिल को पारित करवाने के लिए उत्साहित थे, लेकिन किस प्रकार से इसको रोकने का काम किया गया है। मैं देख रहा हूं कि आज बड़ी संख्या में यहां पर मातृशक्ति एकत्र हुई है और इस चिलचिलाती धूप में भी जितने लोग इस प्रांगण में, उससे कहीं अधिक लोग आसपास पेड़ों के नीचे बैठे हुए हैं, अनेक स्थानों पर बैठ रहे हैं, आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं। और मैं कह सकता हूं कि आप इतनी बड़ी संख्या, ये इस बात का स्पष्ट संकेत है कि अब देश की नारी अपने अधिकारों के प्रति सजग है और अन्याय के विरुद्ध अब चुप रहने वाली नहीं है। भाइयों बहनों, मैं आज के अवसर पर यह भी कहना चाहता हूं, मुझे आप सबके इतने बड़े प्रचंड यहां पर जनाक्रोश को देखकर ये पूरी तरह से विश्वास हो गया है कि देवभूमि से ये जो आवाज उठी है ये पूरे देश में गूंजेगी और मातृशक्ति के साथ जिन्होंने अन्याय किया है, मातृशक्ति के अधिकारों में जिन्होंने बैरियर बनने का काम किया है, जिन्होंने बाधा बनने का काम किया है, उनको करारा जवाब देने का काम मातृशक्ति करेगी। बहनों, आप सभी भली भांति जानते हैं कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने देश की मातृशक्ति को उनकी लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था में उनको अधिकार मिले, उनको दिलाने के लिए नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम वो देश की संसद के अंदर लेकर आए। लेकिन कांग्रेस और उसके सहयोगी जो परिवारवादी पार्टियां हैं, उन्होंने मिलकर इस ऐतिहासिक और युग परिवर्तनकारी निर्णय को अपने राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के कारण संसद के सदनों में पारित होने से रोक दिया। लोकसभा में संख्या बल के आधार पर यह बिल पारित नहीं हो पाया, तो कांग्रेस के युवराज आपने देखा होगा जैसे कोई जंग जीतकर आए हों, इस प्रकार से जश्न मना रहे थे और मेजें थपथपा रहे थे। भाइयों बहनों, उसी के साथ ये दृश्य जब हम देख रहे थे तो महाभारत की उस सभा की याद आई, जिस सभा में कौरवों ने जोर जोर से हंसते हुए एक अबला नारी का अपमान किया था। भाइयों बहनों, हमारी नारी शक्ति का अधिकार छीनकर कांग्रेस के युवराज दुर्योधन की तरह अपने मद में मस्त होकर अपनी जीत का जश्न मना रहे थे और समाजवादी पार्टी के नेताजी दुशासन की तरह महिलाओं को अपमानित करके खुद को विजयी मान रहे थे। कांग्रेस, समाजवादी पार्टी, टीएमसी, डीएमके और इंडी गठबंधन के लोग अपने राजनीतिक कौरवों की तरह उन्होंने नारी शक्ति के उनके अधिकारों से वंचित करने का काम किया है। लेकिन मैं आप सब बहनों के बीच में कहना चाहता हूं कि ये परिवारवादी दल आपकी बढ़ती हुई शक्ति को देखकर घबरा गए। अब उन्हें लग रहा है कि अगर सामान्य घरों की बहन बेटियां भी राजनीति में आ जाएंगी, आगे आ जाएंगी, हर निर्णय में सहभागी हो जाएंगी, तो इनकी जो वंशवाद परिवारवाद की दुकानें हैं, वो दुकानें पूरी तरह से बंद हो जाएंगी, उनका शटर बंद हो जाएगा।
Following a meeting with bank chiefs on AI risk, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said Indian banks are equipped to handle digital threats, but newer challenges require stronger and more versatile safeguards. She said banks have been asked to work together under the SBI chairman's leadership with discussions in the coming weeks on using AI to counter emerging AI-driven risk.
Your guidance to the banks as of now, how are you coordinating with them to ensure that it exposes vulnerabilities in the system? What is your guidance and how are you looking at the evolving situation with regard to MyTrust?
See, it's always been that the banks in India, because of the greater digitization that has been happening over the decades, that we are adequately prepared for meeting any challenges which come because of technology-related, risks. So firewalling the system, periodically making sure your systems are upgraded, newer, apps are brought in for customers' safety and security, for privacy and so on. This has been an ongoing exercise, and Indian banks, in fact, have done very well for themselves, that there has not been a major incident over the decades. Every time they've been up on the game. But now, because of the new challenge which is coming in the name of MITOS, about which not much is known, not very many people have tested or tried. MeitY is an active engagement. The Ministry of Electronics and Telecommunications is an active engagement with various authorities, governments across the globe, and also with technology companies to understand how this is going to play out and what is the kind of preparedness we need in India. So yesterday's meeting was in that context. So all the while what we've had, and therefore proved ourselves that we are careful and protective of our customers, may not be sufficient. They need to be there, they need to improve, they need to grow. But we need something new and something far more versatile to be able to counter the newer threats which are likely to come. On that, I had a meeting with all the banks. MeitY Minister himself was present with me. Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Mr. Nagaraju, was also there. So actively now, the banks have been told to work together. As Chairman IBA, Chairman of CMD State Bank of India will be leading that effort. And in the coming weeks, there will be a lot of interaction within the banks, understanding where more investments will have to be made, what kind of technologies can come in, how AI itself can be used for countering this AI-born challenge. Works are happening on that.
Addressing a public meeting in Dam Assembly constituencies, Prime Minister Modi said if a BJP government was formed in West Bengal, the welfare of the middle class would be in top priority. He said that the centre has taken several steps over the past 11 years to ease the lives of the middle class people. Modi said that while earlier tax was levied on annual income up to rupees 2 lakh, his government has made annual income to rupees 12 lakh tax-free.
बंगाल में बीजेपी सरकार बनेगी तो उसके लिए यहां के मिडिल क्लास का हित भी सर्वोपरि होगा। मिडिल क्लास सुबह से रात तक मेहनत करता है, बच्चों के सपनों के लिए बचत करता है, हर महीने ईमानदारी से टैक्स भरता है। मिडिल क्लास का जीवन आसान बने, इसके लिए बीते 11 वर्षों में केंद्र सरकार ने अनेक निर्णय लिए हैं। 2014 से पहले जब टीएमसी के समर्थन वाली दिल्ली में एक सरकार चलती थी, उस केंद्र की सरकार तब 2 लाख से अधिक की सालाना आय पर टैक्स लगाती थी। टीएमसी वो सरकार में भागीदार थी, 2 लाख रुपया पर टैक्स लगता था। हमने मिडिल क्लास को टैक्स में भारी छूट दी। आज 12 लाख रुपए तक की आय पर टैक्स जीरो है, जीरो।
On the Guwahati High Court rejecting Congress leader Pawan Khera's anticipatory bail plea, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said he did not wish to comment as the model code of conduct was in effect. He said the outcome of case would entirely depend on the Assam police. Sarma added that if he had returned to the power, he would review the case only after forming.
I do not want to comment anything because model code of conduct is in force. Whatever the outcome of the case or investigation, it is entirely on Assam police. I will review the case only after 4th May if I come back to power. It's clearly indicate that people are voting against Mamata Banerjee. People are voting with anger. People are voting for change.
So the TMC has claimed that yesterday the first phase they will get the.
Because everybody will claim, but you should speak to the people. 110 আসন পাবে বিজেপি। 29 তারিখ আমি তো চাই 200 সিট, আবার 90টা সিট হবে কি না হবে আলাদা ব্যাপার, কিন্তু আমার বিশ্বাস আছে কি এবার বাংলায় বিজেপি 200 সিট পাওয়ার পরে সরকার করবে। গুন্ডাকে বাংলাদেশ ভেজিয়ে দিবেন, পাঠিয়ে দিবেন বাংলাদেশ। বাংলাদেশি মুসলমান गोला सिटीजनशिप प्रूफ करते होंगे, अगर ये लोग नहीं कर पाएंगे उनको बांग्लादेश में पुशबैक किया जाएगा।
सर जिस तरह से यहाँ पर एसआईआर का हुआ था असम में भी क्या
होना चाहिए, होना चाहिए, असम में भी होना चाहिए।
Amit Shah said that the feedback received after the first phase of polling indicated that the people of West Bengal had decided their future. He said the high voter turnout showed that the TMC government was on its way out and the BJP was set to come into power. Shah claimed that based on the party's assessment, the BJP would win more than 110 to 152 seats and form the government in West Bengal after the second phase.
हमारे पास जो फीडबैक है उसमें बंगाल की जनता ने अपना भविष्य पहले चरण में ही तय कर लिया। कवि गुरु टैगोर, महान सुभाष चंद्र बोस और खुदीराम बोस की ये भूमि ने विकास को चुना है और नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत के विकास की जो यात्रा चल रही है उसमें बंगाल के प्रथम चरण के मतदाताओं ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि बंगाल भी उसमें जुड़ने जा रहा है। 16 जिलों की 52 सीटों पर 92.98% मत ये निश्चित रूप से बताता है कि दीदी जाने वाली है और भाजपा आने वाली है। भय जाने वाला है और भरोसा आने वाला है। हमने कल देर रात तक हमारे सभी विधानसभा के कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी बंगाल की टीम ने एक असेसमेंट करा है जो पोलिंग हुई है ऐसा इसका, और मैं स्पष्ट रूप से आपको बताना चाहता हूं 152 सीटों में से 110 से ज्यादा सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतने जा रही है। इसका मतलब है कि दूसरे चुनाव चरण को मिलाकर हम प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ बंगाल में शुद्ध रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनाने वाले हैं। मित्रों, मैं
Mirayas Vice Chairman and CEO Swarup Mohanty said global allocation to AI is set to rise significantly, added that India's ability to close existing gaps quickly will shape its next decade, while opportunities for IT firms and broader portfolio investment remain strong.
Indian markets, though, have been criticized about is that they don't have an AI application, like a pure play AI application, play at the moment. And at the same time, our large IT outsourcing companies, which have been historically major cash flow generators and loved by investors, and also been, and have also contributed extensively to our export basket, they now seem to be at an AI risk. And their stock performance has reflected that for the most part. How do you see this dynamic playing out in the future?
Two parts to that story. Okay, the first part is yes, we have to showcase that, otherwise we'll be dramatically left out in that space, right? And that I'm pretty sure these are incredible companies, pretty great companies. My son works in one of them, in complete disclosure, but they will find their way. They're too skilled and they're experienced to not find their way at all. But the other side is money always flows in allocation. There will come a time then there is that much allocation that will be made to AI globally. And at that point of time, and trust me when I say that, I strongly believe about it, if our IT companies don't graduate, there is a strong non-AI hedge in the form of India also.
Right.
diversity of the market and the fact that this is the only economy going at 6% will come into play today or tomorrow. Not all money will go into AI. The last 2 years, we've seen that completely washed out from non-AI world, right? But after those allocations peak out, when you look at where to buy, and thankfully and hopefully at that point of time, the price would be conducive for Indian markets for getting that money back. That's why I said both monies are very important. But yes, there is a lot to think at this moment. The entire length and breadth of the Indian, economy to the stock market, to basic life in general has been exposed to some gaps in the world. And it's how quickly we fill these gaps will define our next decade forward.
Right. You mentioned India could be a non-AI hedge. I found that very interesting. Could you broaden that thought for us a little?
No, I'm just saying that if AI is belonging to, say, US and Korea because of microchips has really done very well. Look at the Korean market. It didn't do anything for 7-8 years, and suddenly in 1.5 years, it's given back everything and more, right? But if we don't feature, I don't think we will not feature. We are working overnight on that space. We are getting great news for that. But suppose, I'm just playing the devil's advocate, we don't. Okay. There will still be a lot of work for our IT companies in that space. Maybe they'll be relegated to a little lower than what that space is. But I don't think the IT world will not need what we are doing, the services that we render. Right? That's point number one. Second, when you look at a portfolio allocation, the allocation to AI will be that much. When you look at the rest of the portfolio, there is enough and more that India is offering for finding merit in everybody's portfolio. That will happen. That I'm pretty confident of. See, you ask any fund manager how he or she would like to buy anything, it'll be a very simple answer. You buy a good stock at a good price. That India is a good story is a foregone conclusion. There's no country growing at 6%. Even after we were proposed to be at 7%, but this oil thing has taken up back 1%. So it's still 6%, right? Yes, many felt that it was overvalued. In 2024, we also felt it was dramatically overvalued. So there was enough return across, right? So when you look at that, there was money off the table. But when the price is right, make no mistake, money will come back. There's no doubt or debate.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.